For our craft today, I'm going to show you how to make one of these miniature little nature journals. And these are great, you can use them for little sketchbooks or little notebooks. It's a fantastic way to use up these little bits of card and paper from past projects. And you don't need much equipment to make one at all. All we need is a piece of white paper or a piece of coloured paper if you want to. I've got a pair of scissors, some double-sided sticky tape and also some coloured card to make my front and back pages. So I'm just going to use this piece of card here, which is left over from a past project. So first of all, what we want to do is make our A4 sheet a bit narrower. So I'm simply just going to cut this one in half. So I'm just going to fold it over lengthways and then cut along that crease. And don't worry about getting it perfect, we can trim it all up later on. So the next thing we're going to be looking to do is creating our little sections and making this concertina kind of shape. So to do that, I'm again going to fold this piece of paper in half. So I'm going to go short edge to short edge. And then for this one, we're going to be aiming for 6 sections. So it's a little bit trickier because now we have it down to this size, we need to fold this one in thirds. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can measure it if you want to, but I just have a guess. And the way I find it easiest to do, if you move the edge of your paper up and down but don't crease it yet, and you can just kind of do it by eye, and then gently fold the other side over as well. Hopefully you can see that. And then once you've got it about lined up, you can press it down, and once we open it up again, you can see we've now got 6 equal sections. So I'll just quickly run through that again. So we're going to fold our length of paper in half first, and then we're going to do it into thirds. So we bring one edge to 2/3 across first, and then the last third goes over the top, crease it down, and we've got our sections. Now at the moment it wants to fold up in a different way compared to the concertina of our little sketchbook. So we're just simply going to go over those folds and make it fold the way we want it to make our concertina. There we go. So to do that, all I've done is we fold, well, we say if we fold towards us, and then we can flip it over, fold away from us, flip it over, fold towards us, flip it over, fold away, and once more flip it over and fold back to us, give it another crease, and there we go, we've got our concertina. So the final thing we need to do now is to just add our front and back pieces of card. So to do that, what I'm going to do is use my double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to fold this out again, so I'm only working on one flat surface at once. Just going to take my tape and line it up on this first section closest to the edge. Thing about using double-sided sticky tape is it does get a bit sticky, so if you did have Pritt Stick that might be easier, although double-sided tape will hold your covers on nice and securely. And I'm going to put 2 pieces on. So it's almost like making this front side like a big sticker. So once we've got that stuck down, we can peel our edges off And I find the easiest way to do this, if you fold a corner of the sticky tape, sometimes that's enough just to get that edge up and peel it off so the sticky bit's left on the paper. There we go. And then I have this size piece of card left over from a previous project anyway, but if you are starting off with an A4 piece like this, you might want to roughly cut it down in size just so it's easier to work with, but it's up to you. And then what I'm going to do is actually put the card flat on the table first, and then I'm going to line it up. So you can see I'm just leaving a small overlap around the edge. And then I'm going to stick that down. And now I've got it stuck on there, I can see how much card I need to trim. There we go. So if I fold it all back up again, you can see there's just about some card showing all the way around the edge. So then I'm just going to do exactly the same again to make the back piece. So you can see here, because I'm using card left over from a previous project, it's not quite been long enough to cover this section. So I'm going to put the sticky tape just on top of this, on top of the white paper and on top of the card, so we'll have a little overlap. And then I'm going to line this bit up so it reaches the top of that tape there. And then just trim that to size. There we go. So again, I'm going to fold that up, and then I can use the first piece that we did before as a guide to cut around. And there we go. We've got our little concertina nature journal sketchbook, little notebook, ready to record all our nature treasures that we find.